Hi, good morning to one and all. Today I am going to explain how to calculate shear force and bending moment diagrams for overhang beams subjected to point loads. Okay, here the problem given that draw the shear force and bending moment diagrams for the beam which is loaded as shown figure. It is the given diagram. Okay, for this we need to draw the shear force and bending moment, as well as we need to determine the point of contraflexor. Point of contraflexor means it is the point occurred on the baseline. That means the bending moment is, the sign will change from negative to positive or positive to negative. At one point the bending moment value is 0. At that point is known as point of contraflexor. Okay, now we need to draw the shear force and bending moment diagrams. After drawing the bending moment, we need to locate the point of contraflexor. Okay, first we need to calculate the reaction forces. Okay, here we know that the total load on the beam is RA plus RB is equals to total load on the beam. Here total load on the beam we can directly calculate from diagram. 800 plus 2000 plus 1000, total 3800. 800 plus 2000 plus 1000, total 3800. It is the total load on the beam. We need to calculate RA and RB. It is the reaction force at point A and RB is the reaction force at point B. For that we need to calculate reaction force at point A. For this I am taking moment about A and equating to 0. Sigma MA is equals to 0. For this, right side of point A having 3 loads total, 2 point loads and 1 reaction force. From I am considering the load at point E. Due to this load, the moment is 1000 newtons. It is acting clockwise direction, so that it is taken as minus 1000 into distance from this point to this point is 8 plus 2, that is 10. Okay, next the next force is reaction force, that is RB. RB is acting anti-clockwise, so that it is taken as positive. Distance from this load to this distance, this point is 8 meters. Okay, next the next load is 2000 point load, apply load is acting at point D. Okay, that is it is acting clockwise, so that it is taken as minus 2000 into distance from this point to this point is 5. Okay, that equals to 0. 1 2 3, total 3 loads, and load into distance is nothing but moment. Okay, that is minus 10,000 plus RB into 8 into minus 10,000, that equals to 0. Therefore, the total value, by simplifying the above equation, will get the value is here left side of A having one more load. For this load also we need to consider. For this 800 newtons is acting left side of A. For left side of A, so that the sign conventions is opposite to the right side. Right side we are taking clockwise is negative, anti-clockwise is positive. Here left side the 800 newtons is acting anti-clockwise, that is, so that it will taken as minus. Okay, minus 800 into plus anti-clockwise means plus 800 into 3, that is 2400. 2400, that equals to 0. Okay, so that RB into 8 is equals to 20,000 minus 2,400, that equals to 17,600. RB into 8, therefore RB is equals to 17,600 by 8 will give, by simplifying the above equation, that is 17,600 divided by 8, will get the value is 2,200. It is the value of RB. Next we need to calculate RA. We know that from substitute this RB value in equation 1, so that RA is equals to 2200 minus RA plus 2200 is equals to 3800. RA is equals to 3800 minus 2200, that equals to 1600. It is the value of RA, 1600 newtons. Here RB also 2200 newtons. It is the value of RB. Okay, next we need to calculate shear force values at point A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now we calculated reaction forces. Okay, next we need to calculate shear force at point E, shear force at point E. At point E having load, so that we need to calculate before and after load. Shear force at point E before load. Before load means we need to, without consideration of 1000 newtons acting on point A, that equals to 0. Next shear force at point E after load, that means we need to consider the 1000 newtons, so that 1000 newtons is acting downward, so that it is positive, that is 1000 newtons. Shear force at point E. Next similarly shear force at point B. At point B acting reaction force, the reaction force is 2200 at point B. Next shear force at point A, that is reaction force at point A is 1600 newtons. Okay, so that shear force at point B acting reaction force, so that we need to consider before and after load. Before load, that means whatever the load acting on the shear force acting at point E, by considering the 1000 newtons, the same value we will get here, that is 1000 newtons. Next shear force at point B after load, that equals to, we need to consider this reaction force also, that is 1000 newton minus reaction force is acting upside, so that it is taken as negative, so that the value is minus 1200 newtons. Okay, it is the shear force at point B. Next shear force at point D. At point D we need to calculate before and after load, because at point D acting load, so that we need to calculate before load. Before load means the right side of shear force before you calculated minus 1200, it will not change. Okay, you can calculate, no problem. Shear force at point D after considering the force on the point D, so that minus 1200 plus 2000, that equals to 800 newtons is the shear force at point D. Next coming to shear force at point A before load. Before load is, we need to calculate right side of point A. Right side of point A, just now we calculated, that is 800 newtons, because in between A and D there is no load, so that the shear force value there is no change, that is 800 newtons. Next shear force at point A after load, by considering the reaction force acting at point A, that is 800 minus 1600, because here 1600 acting upward force, so that it is taken as negative, so that the value is minus 800 newtons at point A. Next we need to calculate shear force at point C. In between C and A there is no load, so that the shear force same as point A, that is shear force at point C before load is minus 800 newtons. Next shear force at point C after considering the shear force acting at point C, that is minus 800 plus 800, because at point C the load is 800 newtons is acting downward is positive. Therefore shear force at point C by considering the force acting on point C is 0. Okay, these are the values at point shear force at point E before load and after load, at point B before load and after load, and shear force at point D before load and after load, at point A before and after, at point C before and after. By using these values we need to draw the shear force diagram. Okay, for this we need to draw the straight lines from every point. Okay, first I am drawing the baseline here for drawing the shear force. Okay, it is the baseline. It is point A, B, C, D, E. Okay, at point E before load is 0. At point E before load is 0. After load is 1000 is positive, so that we need to locate above the baseline. Okay, next shear force at point B before load is 1000, there is no change in shear force, so that the variation from point E to B is horizontal line. Next shear force at point B after considering the load is minus 1200, that is minus means we need to locate below the baseline. Next shear force at point D before load is 1200, because there is no load in between B and D. There is no variation from this point to this point. It is also minus 1200. Next shear force at point D after load is 800, that is it is positive value. Next shear force at point A before load is 800. Next shear force at point A after load is minus 800. Next shear force at point C before load is minus 800. Next shear force at point C after load is 0. Okay, it is the variation of shear force from point left to right end of the beam. Join all the lines. Okay, it is the shear force diagram for the given beam. Okay, it is the positive value, positive shear force, sorry it is negative, it is positive. Below the baseline is negative shear force, above the baseline is positive. It is the shear force diagram. Here from this point to this point is 1000 newtons. Next at this point is 1200. Next this one is same, and this one is 800, and this one is same 800, and this one is 800, and this one is 800. Okay, like this we need to draw the shear force diagram for the overhang beam subjected to point loads. Okay, from one point to one point the variation is straight line, horizontal line. Okay, and this one is base line. Up to now we drawn completed shear force. Next we need to draw the bending moment for the beam. For this we need to calculate bending moment values. Calculating bending moment. Observe here bending moment at point E is 0 because here bend at point E having load, but distance from that point load to distance is 0. Next, bending moment at point B. Bending moment at point B, right side of B having one point load, that is 1000 newtons. It is acting at a distance from point B is 2000, that is 1000 newtons is acting clockwise. Clockwise is negative, minus 1000 into 2 meters, that equals to minus 2000 Newton meter. Okay, it is the value of bending moment. Next, coming to bending moment at point D. At point D, right side of D having two forces. The one is upright force and another one is reaction force. Okay, minus 1000 into distance from point E to D is from here to here total 8. From this point to this point is 5, so that this distance is 3 meters. So that 3 plus 2, 5. Next, another load at point B is 2200 is acting upward, so that it is acting anti-clockwise, so that it is taken as positive. 2200 into distance from this point, this load to this distance is 3. By simplifying this equation, we will get the value is minus 1000 into 5 plus 2200 into 3. The value is 1600 Newton meter at point D. Okay. Next, bending moment at point A. At point A, right side of A having 3 loads, that is 2 upright loads and 1 reaction force. We need to calculate one by one. So that the first load is 1000 newtons is anti-clockwise, so that it taken as minus. From point E to point A distance is 10 meters. Okay. Next load is 2200, that is reaction force acting anti-clockwise direction. The distance from that point to A is 8 meters. Okay, so that 2200 into 8. Next force is 2000 newtons is acting downward direction, so that minus 2000 into this point to this point distance is 5. Okay, so that calculate the value bending moment at point A is minus 10,000 plus 2200 into 8 minus of 2000 into 5. The final value is minus 2400 Newton meter. Okay, this is the bending moment value at point A. Next, bending moment at point C. Okay, at point C, right side of C having total 1, 2, 3, 4 loads. We need to calculate bending moment for every load. The first load is minus 1000 because it is acting anti-clockwise. Distance from point E to point C is 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 2, so that total 13 meters. From this point to this point distance is 13, so that 1000 into 13. Next, reaction force is 2200. Distance from RB to this point is 11. Okay, next load is 2000 newtons into from point D to C distance is 5 plus 3 8. Next load is 1600 is acting anti-clockwise, so that it is, sorry, this is negative one. 2000 is acting clockwise. Okay, next at point A, reaction force is acting anti-clockwise, so that it is taken as 1600 into 3. Okay, by simplifying this equation, we will get the value at bending moment point C, minus 1000 into 13 plus 2200 into 11 minus 2000 into 8 minus 1600 into 3. Sorry, mistake. Sorry, RA is positive, because it is acting anti-clockwise. Okay, now calculate the bending moment at point C, minus 1000 into 13 plus 2200 into 11 minus 2000 into 8 plus 1600 into 3. The value is 0, so that bending moment at point C is 0. Okay, by using these values, draw the bending moment diagram. First, draw the baseline. Next, give the notations A, B, C, D, E. At point E, the bending moment value is 0. Next, at point B, the bending moment value is minus 2000. Minus means we need to locate below the baseline. Next, bending moment at point D is 1600 newtons. 1600 means need to locate above the baseline. Next, bending moment at point A is minus 2400, so that we need to locate below the baseline. Next, bending moment at point C is 0. Next, join all the points. Okay, it is the bending moment diagram for the given beam. Okay, from this point to this point, the value at point B, the bending moment value is 2000 Newton meter. Next, bending moment at point D, 1600 Newton meter. Next, bending moment at point A, the value is 2400. It is negative, and this one is positive, and this one is negative. This is the bending moment diagram. Up to now we completed shear force and bending moment diagrams for the given beam. Next, we need to locate the point of contraflexor. Here at 2 points, the bending moment value is 0, because here the bending moment value changing from negative to positive and positive to negative. At that, it will touches the bending moment. At this point, the bending moment is 0. Where the bending moment is 0, that point is known as point of contraflexor. At 2 points, the bending moment is 0. It is O1 and it is O2. I am taking O1 and O2, so that we need to calculate location of the point of contraflexor. Now I am taking this point to this point is Y, and this point to this point is X. We need to calculate X and Y. X is the distance of point of contraflexor O2 from point B, and O1 is the point of contraflexor. It is located Y distance from the point D. Okay, by calculating X and Y values, we can locate the point of contraflexors. Okay, for that, here at point at point O1 is equals to 0. So that we need to calculate bending moment at point O1. Okay, here at O1, approximately at this region, right side of O1 having 3 loads, total 3 loads. So that we need to calculate the first load is 1000 and second one is reaction force and third one is 2000. Okay, so that 1000 from this point to this point distance is 5 plus y. So that thousand is acting down clockwise, so that minus 1000 into distance from point E to O1. It is the O1 from this point to this point distance is 5 plus y. 5 plus y. Okay. Next, second reaction force, that is second one is reaction force. 2200 is acting anti-clockwise. From this point to this point distance is 3 plus y. So that from D to O1 is y. So that it can written as plus 2200 into 3 plus y. Next load is 2000 is acting clockwise, so that it is taken as negative. From this point to this point distance is y. So that minus 2000 into y is equals to 0. By simplifying this equation, we will get the value of y, that is minus 5000 minus 1000y. Next, 6600 plus 2200y minus 2000y is equals to 0. So that final value minus 3000 okay, here minus 5000 plus 6600, so that the value is 1600. Next, minus 1000 minus 2000, so minus 3000 plus 2200, total is plus minus 800y. Minus 800y is equals to 0. So that 1600 is equals to 800y. So that from this y is equals to 2 meters from point D. Okay, so that from point O1 to point D is 2 meters. Okay, next we need to calculate similarly distance from point O2 from point B. So that bending moment at point O2 is 0. Right side of O2 having distance loads, suppose approximately O2 is here. Right side of O2 having 2 loads, one is reaction force and another one is applying load. Okay, calculate right side of O2, that is minus 1000 into distance from 1000 to E point to B is 2 and 2 plus x. Next load 2200 acting anti-clockwise, so that it is taken as positive. 2200 into x is equals to 0. So that minus 2000 minus 1000x plus 2200 x is equals to 0. Here minus 2000 is equals to minus 1200 x. From this, x is equals to 2000 divided by 12. 2000 divided by 1200, that equals to value is 1.667 meters from point B. Okay, it is the value of x. It is x equals to 1.67 meters from point B. Okay, now we calculated shear force and bending moment values. By using that values, we drawn bending moment and shear force diagrams. After the drawing the bending moment diagrams, we located the point of contraflexor. This is the given problem. First we calculated reaction forces. Next we calculated shear force. By using the shear force values, we drawn the shear force diagram. Next we calculated bending moment. From these values we drawn the bending moment diagram. Next we located the point of contraflexor, distance from the nearer point. Okay, it is about shear force and bending moment diagrams for the overhang beam subjected to point loads. Okay, thanks for watching.